Hello everyone and welcome to coverage of the 4th annual Monster Energy Ricky Carmichael Amateur Supercross Championship at Daytona International Speedway. Jason Wygant here, joined by the man that started this event and is of course an integral part in it still to this day, Ricky Carmichael himself. And we're going to give you folks around the world a little experience of what you're actually missing by not coming to this event every March. We had almost 1,000 riders on hand this weekend, but we know there's always room for more because it's really going to be a good time.
Yeah, you know what, definitely first things first, I have to thank everybody for coming and participating. Also the sponsors, Monster Energy, kicking in and bringing the cool factor to it, and then all the manufacturers, you know, showing support, bringing their support rigs, and that's huge. And you know, we sat down 4 years ago, myself, president of my company, and MX Sports, and we had this vision. And you know, we said we all know how important Supercross is in this great sport that we compete in, and it was time to bring Supercross to an amateur level and expose them to what they someday want to do in the future, and that's be a professional Supercross racer. So we put it together, we had a vision, and 4 years later here we are, and the turnout is fantastic this year. We got great weather, and there's some good racing the first day, so nevertheless very thankful for everybody coming. Hope everybody's having a good time, and we're going to do our best to make sure when everyone pulls out of these gates that they had a great experience.
I want to thank some of the sponsors making this show possible on MXPTV. That's Moto Hose, Motorsport W, Unleash Motorsports, and Boysen, who's got a really cool thing going. There's actually a giveaway whether you have a 2-stroke or a 4-stroke. They got some cool stuff. They got the old rad valves for the 2-stroke if you're still one of those guys, and a super cooler for the 4-stroke. So go to boysen.com and click on the special link, and you can see how you can enter to maybe win some swag from Boysen. Also want to thank Impulse Graphics for backing the show. You talked about the history of the event, and I think a lot of people would think, well, it's Daytona, it's Ricky Carmichael, it's Supercross, how can this lose? It's just going to fall into place. It's not actually that easy to make this work.
No, it's not. It definitely wasn't easy. If you would have been here the first year, it was
yeah, that's right.
Like, man, we got our work cut out for us. And the second year is better, then the third year is better. And just, you know, like anything, no matter how powerful your name is in a sport, it always seems like you have to prove stuff to people. So it seems like the people that I surround myself with and all my supporters, you know, they support me, but other people, I just had to prove it to them. So I'm here to run a first-class operation, and I feel like, you know, I know from a parent standpoint and being in the game before what they're looking for. And my goal to them was to bring an event like this at a historical racing center like Daytona International Speedway. You know, the place is probably one of the best paddocks in the business of any amateur race that they're going to go to for sure. Yeah. And just the history here alone. So it's cool to see everybody here. Like I said, I definitely have to thank all the sponsors and all the manufacturers for their support. That's what it's all about. So when these people come here and race, the support is there. and it's cool. We have the cool factor, and also each year we're going to make it try to be more prestigious.
Yeah, the cool factor, Daytona is going to bring that, especially when you have the Supercross race right before with the pro guys. You can marry those two together. But you got a difficult task where you're trying to teach people the ropes of Supercross, but you can't get them in too deep. So talk about how you kind of massage this track to make it a replica of what we raced on Saturday night, but it's not full scale in every way.
Yeah, it's definitely a watered down version of last night's pro event. But you know, if we had last night's pro event, it definitely wouldn't be pretty, you know, for the amateurs coming up, especially the little guys. This is an extremely brutal track. But the cool thing about Daytona and it being somewhat Supercross and just, you know, more jumps, things coming at you faster, is if you do hit the deck, the dirt's a little bit softer rather than a hard-packed Supercross track, which I can assure you I've hit the deck plenty of times and it's not fun. So that was my vision and my goal. And you know, we got a great track builder here with Mark Barnett and crew with Glenn. So I trust them, and first things first is safety, but these guys have to be exposed to Supercross at some point. So this is a great place to do it with, like I mentioned, the soil's a little bit softer and we can control things a little bit easier than we could anywhere else. And like I said, you know, the funniest thing is, everybody wants to get on a Supercross track, but I can assure you if it was full blown and you've never raced it, it wouldn't be good. So we just let them learn on this kind of stuff. So it's awesome. You know, it's just funny as we sit here, the 4th annual. I think about that first year when there wasn't that many people here, so it's cool to see the progression.
Yeah, it wasn't the automatic thing, like I said, where people just instantly showed up and knew it worked. You have to prove it, even with a name like yourself or even with a name like Daytona. But I know you base this on your own experience. You wish you could have done this when you were a little guy.
Exactly, you're exactly right. You know, when I was growing up, you had to be 16 to race here at Daytona, and as soon as they lifted that you know, that law or that rule that they had, then they stopped racing here. So I always wanted, I used to come here as an amateur or as a young kid and watch these pros race here. I'm like, man, it'd be so cool to race here at Daytona, and never had the opportunity. And when you think of all the history that has happened here with all forms of racing, you can appreciate it, and it's and you want to come here and race. And that's what I'm trying to bring, is that to the young kids coming up now. You know, I don't think they know Daytona like what, say, I used to know Daytona as, or you used to know Daytona as. So I think as a history lesson, it's good for them as well. I know the parents, I think, really enjoy coming the most, because they know, a lot of them know the history of the racing here. So it's also a little learning session as well.
Yeah, but let's not forget, although this is grooming the future generation, a big part of this event is the age classes. Yep. Guys that used to race here, or guys that maybe always dreamed of racing here and maybe never got to that pro level. That's a big part of this event right now.
Well, absolutely. And you know, you got guys in the vet classes that have raced here professionally and done pretty good. And you know, 250 Supercross, or what formerly is 450 Supercross now. You know, Earl May, Gruey, Treadwell, Barry Karsten. You know, you think of those names, and I mean, those guys raced here at an extremely high level. So it's fun for them to come and experience that again, like I said, at a much, you know, watered down version of what they were. Well, actually, when they were racing with it, it was probably like this back then. So
right. When I was an amateur, back in the, this is gonna tell you how old I am, but back in the early 80s, myself raced amateur races here. They had amateur races back in the day, and it was awesome as an amateur to come here, race the Daytona Supercross. I'll never forget those days, and so it's awesome for them to put this event on for all the amateur kids that are involved here. A great turnout, so a fun event. They can come hang out, do a 3 or 4 day weekend, watch Villapoto and Justin Barsha do their deal and at the Supercross, and then spend 2 days, get the ride at Daytona. I mean, it's historic. So much has happened here over the years, and I got a couple of kids that I work with in Michigan, a couple buddies of mine that have kids, and they've been down here for a couple of weeks riding, getting away from the snow and the cold up north, and so I told them I'd come hang out with them for a day and you know, kind of step them through the day and watch them and work with their kids throughout the day. And so I'm here enjoying the event and enjoying the sunshine before I head back north.
I thought it was pretty cool today. You run a race team now,
Yeah.
and you had your partner for the race team, Carrie Hart, came out and did some racing. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. Cool to have Carrie be aboard. I know he's been a busy guy this year, and you know, with his wife touring. So it was tough to get him out here. So I got to thank her for letting him be a part of it. He had a blast. I think he wanted to race a little bit more, but he had to get back on the plane and get out of here. So it was just cool to see guys like that has raced here back in '98 to be able to relive those moments. I don't think he did as good as he wanted to, but that's a byproduct of not being in that mindset for a long time.
I mean, it's a lot of fun to be at this event because I've been pretty disconnected from the amateur scene for a long time, and just to see how, you know, kind of really adamant the fans are and the families are, and, you know, really supportive on all the kids. I mean, that's what it's all about. And I mean, what better footprint than to be on the infield of the Daytona Super Oval to put together an amateur motocross event. So, I mean, Ricky told me about the event that was going on, and we wanted to do everything. Obviously, with Ricky being my partner in RCH, we wanted to support as much as possible. So we actually have our semi out here, and we got all of our guys coming out doing autographs along with Emig and I believe Stanton. And, you know, it's all about giving back to the kids and having a representation here.
And a few other celebrities here. You always get support from Mitch and Bones, the guy on the pro circuit. Dean Wilson was here. I saw Chad Reed hanging out with his family. It's kind of a place to be right now.
It is. You know what? It means so much to me to have all the support, like you just mentioned, Pro Circuit with Mitch and Bones. I mean, obviously, not using their product now for our race team, but the roots run deep with them, and they've been huge supporters of this amateur race and my universities as well. And it's cool to have their support group here for any riders in need or questions that they might have. So that's what it's all about, man, is you try to build events that and have the best people surrounding you. I did the same thing in my racing career. You always try to surround yourself with the best possible people you can, and good things happen. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing, without a doubt, and it's just, like I said, it's just cool. Really, really cool to see it, and the weather gods are working with us, so that makes it even better.
That's right, yeah. So it's evolved quite a bit in 4 years. It's going to evolve quite a bit more as the years go by. Hopefully you folks can come down and see it yourself. We're going to show you what it looked like today. Today was practice and heat races because it's a Supercross format, and we'll get to those highlights. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back with some highlights. But well done, man. Not too bad as a promoter.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. I'm just glad to be able to give back to the sport and see these guys get their feet wet on some Supercross. I know some of them get to, you know, some of the better A riders. You're going to be talking to one of them with Thomas Covington coming up. I mean, they're exposed to it, but there's other people that aren't, and it's important, and it's in a race situation. So it's cool to see all those guys coming aboard as well, and having them race.
Cool. All right, that's Ricky Carmichael. We're going to take a break. We'll give you some highlights and talk to some of the riders that competed today when we come back.
Unleash Motorsports in Claremont has it all for your motorcycle parts and accessory needs. Get the latest parts, accessories, and apparel for your dirt bikes and ATVs. Low prices that can't be beat. So stop by today or shop online at unleashedmoto.com.
motorsport.com, we love to ride. From trails to the track, we've got you covered. We stock all the hottest brands in parts and gear, maintain the largest in-stock selection, and offer free 3-day express shipping on orders over $99. Visit motorsport.com and shop with the guys that ride.
All right, welcome back to the show. Just want to explain the format of this show and of the race. It's Supercross, so it's not a two-moto format. We have heats, last chance qualifiers, and then of course main events. Today was qualifying in the heat races and also practice. We're going to show you some highlights of that and then maybe a little preview of the main events that'll come up on Monday. So let's get to the clips.
Hey, what's up? Ricky Carmichael here, 4th annual Monster Energy Ricky Carmichael Amateur Supercross here at Daytona. We got some awesome weather. It's going to be good. This place is packed, and we got a lot of support this year. And I tell you what, I just really happy to see the vision finally come to fruition. And I'm ready to watch some racing. It's going to be awesome. We got a lot of talent here this year, so you guys stay tuned and check it out.
What's up? We're out here at Daytona for the RC Supercross. Getting ready to go out for Schoolboy 1 practice, you know, just trying to lay down some solid laps. The track's really rough and technical, so the key of today is just to be smooth and get some good starts.
The head hunter, add another skull to my collection. Step in my direction, MCs cry like an eye infection. In the game, 13 years since my first record. Minus got to be something like China's first records. And my grind shine to perfection. Keep my eyes on the prize before we never turn direction. Rip that, flip that, I show you how to dig that. Record from out the click, chop up the loop, time to spit rap.
Pretty exciting for me. I haven't done an amateur race. God, aside from Mammoth, probably since I was an amateur. So it's pretty fun to be out here with all the kids and turn some laps myself.
Another skull to my collection. Step in my direction, MCs cry like an eye infection. In the game, 13 years since my first record. My discography, something like China's birth records. And my grind shine to perfection. Keep my eyes on the prize before we never turn direction. Rip that, flip that, I show you how to dig that. Record from out the click, chop up the loop, time to spit rap. The head hunter, add another skull to my collection. Step in my direction, MCs cry like an eye infection. In the game, 13 years since my first record. My discography, something like China's birth records. And my grind shine to perfection. Keep my eyes on the prize before we never turn direction. Rip that, flip that, I show you how to dig that. Record from out the crate, chop up the loop, time to spit rap. The head hunter, add another skull to my collection. Step in my direction, MCs cry like an eye infection.
At motorsport.com, we love to ride. From trails to the track, we've got you covered. We stock all the hottest brands in parts and gear, maintain the largest in-stock selection, and offer free 3-day express shipping on orders over $99. Visit motosport.com and shop with the guys that ride.
Unleash Motorsports in Claremont has it all for your motorcycle parts and accessory needs. Get the latest parts, accessories, and apparel for your dirt bikes and ATVs. Low prices that can't be beat. So stop by today or shop online at unleashedmoto.com.
All right, welcome back. Before we wrap this up, we're going to get the racer's perspective here with one of the Fast Day riders in the nation that decided to come out and join us. It's Thomas Covington of Monster Energy Kawasaki Team Green. And you were in some battles today. Yeah. The track really seems to lend itself to passing. I was seeing a whole half of laps spent side by side with riders like Jay Sowen and the like.
Yeah, the track's really awesome out there. Ricky and Barnett, they did an awesome job building it. There's a lot of line selection out there. It's hard to tell which line's going to be faster, you know, so there's a lot of decision making when you're in the battle, you know. So, yeah, makes for really good racing.
Yeah, how does it compare to what most of your experience is going to be in a regular motocross track? How does it compare to what you normally race on?
No, it's a lot tighter, a lot more jumps, and just like the line selection is just a lot different. The hay bales everywhere, it makes you feel all tight and makes the track look all narrow. So you really got to make some aggressive passes out there if you want to get around them.
So it really is a bit of the Supercross experience. It might not have the gnarliest whoops ever or a full-on 70-foot triple, but it's giving you a little bit of that Supercross experience different from a regular motocross track.
Yeah, it's a really good experience just to get some time out here at Daytona, because hopefully I'll be out there in the next couple of years. So it's good to finally get my feet wet a little bit in the Supercross, get some battling in on this type of track. So it's a good experience.
Well, you had a battle on your hands in one race where I didn't even see you for like the first 2 laps. They said you were about last. What happened there? And then you came all the way through.
Yeah, I got a horrible gate pick in the first moto. I had to start way out wide and kind of got pushed off the track onto the pavement. So I had to work my way through the pack and got all the way back up to 3rd, I think, by the end. And just was looking forward to the next moto.
Yeah, and then tomorrow is main event, so it's just a heat race that'll maybe determine gate pick, but as far as it's not overalls or anything it's going to affect. So looking forward to better things tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow definitely better gate picks and hopefully some hole shots and get out front.
And beyond the motos that you're in, is it just fun hanging out here? I mean, that's the thing. If you folks have never seen Daytona, it's not even like a football stadium. It's like 5 times the size of that. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, you're not sitting at the track all day getting dusted out. You're just relaxing over there at your pits, and got grass everywhere, and pits are all concrete, so you don't feel all dirty when you leave the track. Plus, you're not here for 7 days, so it's a really fun race.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for coming out. Good luck tomorrow. Make it happen, and good luck. I'm sure you got some other races coming up after this, so you got quite a haul.
Yep, Oak Hill and Freestone after this. So.
Wow. He's a busy guy. That's Thomas Covington. We'll let you go, get to it, and we'll let you folks go as well. It's certainly been good to have you. This is groundbreaking TV here, and we will have coverage of all those main events on MXPTV.com. And don't forget to go to boysen.com and click on that special programs link to get a shot at the giveaways, the rad valve for the two-stroke guys and the super cooler for the four-stroke guys. Just want to one more time thank all the sponsors of the show. Beyond Boysen, we also got Impulse Graphics, Unleashed Motorsports, Whole Shot Graphics, Motosport, W, and Moto Hose for helping make this happen. So thanks for joining us. Big thanks to RC for, of course, putting this event together. It's going to be better and better, so just come and join us in person next time, and you'll see exactly what we've been talking about. Thanks.